Hey, what's happening, people? This is Matt Plays Pokemon with another Pokemon Go episode coming to you live and direct from London. This episode, very excited to bring it to you because I'm going to get to be able to do some really cool evolutions finally. Been slacking a little bit, not had as much time to play as I would have liked, but I've been out there grinding and I've finally got enough candies to do my Tyranitar. Not only that, but my Larvitar is 758 CP, so that's pretty near to maxed, and Colleen, is 88% IV, so that's pretty awesome. Really excited to evolve that, see what moveset I get for my first Tyranitar. So that's going to be cool. Got a couple of other things going to evolve in this. It's going to be a bit of an evolution mega spree, I guess you could call it. I've got my Cyndaquil. Finally got enough candies for that. Went to a nest to tell you about that in a hot minute. What else have I got to do? Got my Totodile. Got that with enough candies to evolve all the way as well. So that's pretty cool. And a couple of other things I'm going to evolve and see what moveset I can get with a few of these ones. But before all that, I want to talk about some of the catches that I've had in the last few days, because I haven't done a little update like this in about a week or so, and just want to talk about a few of the things that I've caught, because I've been out there, you know. It's mostly been kind of before work, lunchtime, trying to see what I can find, and it's been a bit of a slog, you know, around central London, mostly hunt around South Bank, and haven't really had much time to get full days in, so I haven't been catching too many awesome things, but I did catch a few things that I'll show you now. First thing I caught the other day, sort of around, I can't remember where it was, around South Bank, near the Oxo Tower, I think. It was this Gyarados, which normally wouldn't have been so excited to catch a Gyarados, but there wasn't much else spawning, so I went for this, and it turned out to be quite a beast. The IV is only about 50% or so, but the CP was really high. It has like a 2639 CP, which is pretty huge, and that's not far off maxed. But what was really exciting about this was the move set. You know, this has got the Dragon Tail move as the quick move. Which I think I'd prefer Bite for that. Not totally sure about the quick move, but the charge move was the one that I'm really excited about, because it's Outrage, which is amazing. Like, it does 110 damage on each charge and has 2 charges, so that's going to do super damage against things like Dragonite, which are also Dragon type. So the Dragon move versus the Dragon type is going to be pretty beastly. I don't get the stab damage with this, but still, that's going to do mega damage to Dragonites. So I'm actually really happy to catch that. So that was pretty awesome. Even though it's a Gen 1, you know, and I'm trying to get Gen 2s, you know, it's still cool to catch. So we're really happy to get that. Other thing I got near the HMS Belfast, again by the river, was this Hitmontop. This was the first one I've got. It was cool to catch, you know, Hitmontop. Not super rare, you know. I've seen that they're spawning quite a lot around sort of Tower Hill, that kind of area. So, you know, they are out there, Hitmontop, and you know, you can evolve them from Tyrogue as well if you get lucky with the right kind of IV. But still, you know, that was cool to catch. Nice new addition to the Pokedex. Not super high CP, but whatever. And then one other thing that was cool this week was I got not one but 2 Shuckles. Shuckle I hadn't seen before. I know that they appear, you know, I've seen like on the map, there's at any one time in London maybe 6, 7 or 8 of these Shuckles around the city. So they are out there, not super rare, but I hadn't seen one before. I caught one. These ones are kind of crazy because they have really high defensive stats, but really low CP. So even though this one is near max, it's like 120 CP. This one similar, but 116 CP. Not amazing IVs. Moves okay, but to be honest, I don't know what you would possibly do with a Shuckle other than have it as a trophy. So that was cool. And that was at Bromley. You know, these were near, or both at actually, sort of almost inside the Nuffield Health Centre. I had to go into the car park there and into a little grassy area. So that was cool. I was just out doing a shopping trip, and you know, another cool thing from Bromley. So nice to get a couple of shuckles. But so those were probably the highlights in terms of my catches this week. So nothing mega, but what I did get was a few Larvitar. Caught a few around. Well, I mean, there's sort of I got all my Larvitar from Greenwich or some in central London, and then I guess about half of these candies are from hatches. I've hatched like 3 Larvitars with anything from like 16 to 32 candies. So yeah, about half, maybe a little more than those candies are from hatches. So I mean, we've got other stuff to evolve, and we'll get to that in a bit, and I'll talk a little bit about the nests where I got the Syndico and Totodile. But yeah, I guess this is the main thing, and going to be the highlight of the video, evolving this 88% 758 CP Larvitar to a Tyranitar. I don't know what I'm waiting for, just may as well just do it, right? I should have put the lucky egg on. Can't believe I forgot to do that. I'll do that after I've got this puppy tar. It's a rookie mistake. Kind of feel a bit like a newbie there, but okay, forget that. Got the 88% puppy tar there, registered to the Pokedex, 1356 CP, looking pretty tasty. Let's get that lucky egg on before I forget. It's got some things to evolve. Okay, such a noob. God, that's annoying. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get my first Tyranitar. This feels like a lot of work, you know. I walked that Larvitar like 120 kilometers or something. Mega walks to get those few extra candies, and then I just did it today. Clocked up enough candies. Boom. Okay, what move did I get? Iron Tail and Crunch. I don't think Crunch is a great move. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research into that. I mean, there's 70 damage on 3 charges with a stab bonus. So that actually might be quite cool. And difficult to dodge, I imagine. I'm gonna have to look a bit more into that, but I'm not displeased with that. I think that could have been worse. Maybe. Anyway, forget that. I don't care, because I've got Tyranitar. It's 3109. So that's, you know, immediately up to 3000 plus, 3100. And you can go higher, so you need to get more candies to power that up. So that's awesome. Really happy with that. It's gonna go straight to the top of my my top CP ones. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, next let's do the Cyndaquil. So I got this Cyndaquil. I can't remember what the IV was, but I think this was the best of everything I had. I went to a nest yesterday. I'll tell you a little bit about the nest actually, because the nest is really cool. It's Hall Place Gardens in Bexley, and it's a really nice place. It's a nest that I'd actually never been to before, a place I'd never been to before, but it's near where I live, you know, sort of southeast London, and it's a nice place. You've got kind of a gardens bit there. There's like a stately home kind of thing. You can visit, National Trust kind of thing. You go check that out. There's like a little stream, little river. I guess it's a stream. Little stream flowing through with those ducks, and there's kind of Canadian geese things, and lots of sort of, you know, like a paddock, lots of trees and things to walk around and see, gardens, plants, flowers, some hedges and all kinds of stuff. And we took Doggo up there. He wasn't allowed in the gardens bit, but he was allowed there's like a field opposite where we took him for a little bit of a walk, and he liked that. And then the wife left me behind, and I went round and catching some Cyndaquil. The nest's pretty decent, you know. Spawn rates are fairly good, but you know it's a blessing that we've got those peanut berries, those berries, you know. It's awesome that we've got those to kind of double up or kind of halve the work you need to do. So I got done in about a couple of hours, up to 146 candies altogether, and this was my best IV of the bunch. I think this was in the sort of 80s region. I think this was about 78% IV. But I don't care, it's the first one. I'm going to catch lots more of these, It's the thing, I'm not too fussed about going crazy and holding out for top IVs immediately, because I know that it'll come, there'll be other times, better nests, bigger nests, and more things to catch. So, it's not worth getting, too caught up on waiting for the best IV at the moment. We've got a long way. We've got to play the long game with this game, I think. So yeah, let's evolve this Cyndaquil. I've got my lucky egg on, I think. I hope. Add some new ones to the Pokedex. So we're getting into the sort of 220s now on the Pokedex entries, which is pretty sweet. It's pretty nice to sort of push into those 220s. I don't know, I've got, these Pokedex entries will come as you get more evolutions and that kind of thing. So just reset the name there, I've got the Quilava. Then I want to evolve that now to my Typhlosion. Let's do this. This is exciting. Big evolutions, nice little flame that just came out of his nose, I think there. So these were, big ones that, you gotta spend a bit of time going to the nest to get these. And don't always have time to, get out and have proper hunts, spend a full day doing it, but I mean, that's just the nature of the game. So finally got a bit of time, and got to those nests and got this, and this is my first Typhlosion, Shadowclaw, Solar Beam. Well, Solar Beam's pretty tasty, does a lot of damage, doesn't get stabbed. So that's okay. Shadowclaw, maybe that could have been a bit better. Nothing gets a stab bonus or anything, but interesting kind of moveset. You can power that up a little bit. I'll do that later. Actually not got that many candies, so we'll do that in a bit. So that's cool. That's Typhlosion done. Let's do these Totodile. I got one. I wasn't sure which one I was going to do, so I put a star by both of these. I got the Totodile with the high CP, 791, so that's not far off max for my level. And then one 551, which is a bit higher IV. This was in the sort of 80s, maybe high 70s, I can't remember. But it was, reasonable IV. None of the IVs I got for these nests were amazing, but, these were sort of okay, reasonable. For Totodile, where I got all my Totodile candies from, I went to the nest at Deptford Park. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Deptford or Deptford Park. The area is okay. The nest is a nice nest. Deptford Park is a good nest because it's small, there's Pokestops, easy to walk around, pretty high spawn rate. Actually, probably one of the best nests I think I've ever been to in terms of frequency of spawns and the size of the nest and how easy it is to just walk around. You can just basically do a loop, kind of a figure of 8 loop. And you don't really need to use a tracker or anything like that. You can just walk around and catch the things. So for that, it was great. I got done in a couple of hours again. Just walking around there, getting these Totodiles. But my mistake was going there so late. I got there maybe about 5ish or so, and it was already starting to get dark, and it was fine. The area is all right. Deptford can be a little bit dodgy, but then it got to dark, and like as soon as the sun went down, it was pitch black, like literally pitch black, in the middle of the park. And around the outside there's like houses and stuff, and there's like a few people around, I guess, but not many. Like a bit of light around the outside, but you know, you're walking around pretty much in the darkness. There was actually a couple of other groups. There was another couple there at the same time, and then there was another small group walking around as well. So I knew that I had sort of safety in numbers a little bit, that we had a few of us out there, and I wasn't with the other groups. We were just walking around independently. So that kind of made me feel a bit reassured. But you know, still, Deptford Park after dark, I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest, unless you're in a group. You know, I wouldn't go there by yourself after dark. It's just a bit weird. But anyway, enough of that. So I'm going to evolve this one, the high CP one. Don't care about the IVs of this one. I think it's about sort of 50s or 60s, but whatever, you know. I don't get too caught up on IVs. I know some people, you know, they'll throw out low IV things, and to an extent I do when I need to make space, but you know, I don't do it religiously. You know, no point getting too worked up about that. So that's pretty awesome. There, that is going to be my first Croconaw. So Croconaw, still got 111 candies. He's actually got quite a cool moveset himself, but I'm not too fussed about that. It's 1276. Not sure what the multiplier is from Croconaw, but we'll check that out now. Evolve that. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. So this is sort of, I've done sort of 2 of the starter nests now. Need to get out and do the Chikorita next, but just not had time to do that. So that's to come, maybe next video. I did hope maybe this video that I'd get to show you all the starter evolutions, but sadly not. But that's my first Feraligatr, and the moveset is, I'm happy with that. Water gun and hydro pump, both with stab bonus. So that's pretty awesome. The multiplier was alright up to 2200, so that's pretty awesome. So that's those are kind of the 3 new things that I wanted to evolve. Show you guys that. Tyranitar's the main one. Colleen, looking pretty tasty. But yeah, so I had a couple of other things I wanted to evolve, like this. I got a Magikarp, 171 CP, which is actually high for Magikarp now, and a 91%. I've got a lot of Gyarados already, but I mean, it's always nice to have another one, especially one that's going to be so high in CP and IV. So let's do this Magikarp, see what we get. Gyarados. Be nice to get another outrage move, maybe. And the multiplier should be high on this one. This one should go somewhere around maybe 2600. Check that out. And it is 2599 bite. And hydro pump, okay, so there's another hydro pump one. That's pretty awesome. And bite, yeah, that's a really quick, nice move for attacking. So I'm happy with that. Other things to evolve. Let's evolve this Execute, 941 CP. This is like a 90% IV, if I recall correctly, which I think I do. Let's see what move we get with this one, with the Executor. Yeah, this one I caught a while ago, but just been sort of saving it because I was holding out for that double XP event, which hasn't come yet at the time of recording. Hopefully we'll get something like that soon. I've got a lot of Pidgeys for that, so many Pidgey candies. Seed Bomb. Okay. Yeah, whatever. 2493 though. That's fairly high CP and extra sensory. Okay, that's interesting. And just to finish off the video, the evolution special is going to evolve one more party Pikachu because the event is ending soon at the time of recording. I'm recording this right before the event ends. Not sure when I'm going to get to upload it or when you'll be watching this. but that's going to be another party Raichu. I already evolved one. I got the same move. Whoa, Volt Switch. Did not have Volt Switch before. Wild Charge. Wow, that's crazy. That's 20 quick move. So, and the stab bonus. That is a pretty tasty Raichu. I have to think about powering that up and maybe using that for some stuff. That could be quite cool. So that's awesome. Yeah, checking out my new top 12. And we can see Tyranitar is into 4th. My 4th highest CP. That's pretty good. Still got a bit of a way to go behind those beastly Dragonites. But yeah, the top 12 is looking pretty decent. New Gyarados has actually slipped into number 12, just behind my 100% Espeon, so that's pretty cool. So a little bit of variety in the top 12, get a bit more variety as we go down the list. So that's going to do it for this one. Please don't forget to subscribe. I should have asked that at the start, but I always forget. That's probably why I don't have that many subscribers. But yeah, please don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you on future videos. So peace.